Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a duel video. This time without webcam, and I'm going to explain why. As I'm recording this, it's the evening of December 30th. Tomorrow it's December 31st. That's my birthday. And webcam makes the file size a lot bigger, which then makes the upload time a lot longer. And I want to be able to use my computer for other things tomorrow, and I don't intend to upload it tonight. Therefore, no webcam this time, because that makes the file size a lot less long. Big, whatever. Pielover69 requested me to do a Zale Weapon Utopia deck. That was the deck request, and let's see what we can make. Wow. Not a single spell and 5 monsters. This can be a nice opening, but no Zale weapons. Let's see. Windjammer. Goblinberg into Summoner Monk. Or Thrasher? Nope. Goblinberg into Summoner Monk. Into Utopia. Summon Slasher. Slasher with Jammer into Leo Arms. And then do something. I could make a big play, but I am afraid of 3 back throws. I'm just going to special summon Photon Thrasher. 2100 attack is a really good thing to go for. So it's either he has to use like Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Solemn Warning, Compulse, whatever. Well, probably not Compulse, seeing as it's Thrasher, but either he has to use up a trap that could be dangerous for me now, or he takes 2100 damage, which is still quite a big thing. Thinking what trap to use. Alright. DD Warrior Lady playing a Banish deck? Interesting. And then? Hello, Chris. Or whatever your name is. That is not something I appreciate. I'll try to continue the duel though. This isn't really getting anywhere. Dora. Let's see. We know of the existence of DD. What card is safe for that? Castell, I guess. Black Ship. Yeah, I can summon Black Ship. If I don't get Black Ship, then that's sort of a problem. But let's see. Black Ship is planned. Summon him with a Spellcaster, Goblinberg is Warrior. So then I can use Pot of Dichotomy the following turn when I want to. Just give me some extra cards, which is nice. I could go Reckless now, but I feel that it's not going to be able to give me that many more options. So, Goblin. I could have also dumped Dichotomy with Monk to summon something else, but I didn't want to do that. I feel like the draws from Dichotomy will be more important than having a deck thinned by 1 card and keeping Goblin. Give some response time on the summon. I shall use the effect on DD Warrior Lady. Sent to the graveyard, 1,000 damage. Black ship may not be able to attack, but the monster's gone and I still have mine. Yeah, this person does not have good connection. Doesn't seem to be the case at all. It doesn't have. It's not that difficult, right? I don't want to sound annoying or rude, but if you've just read the effect and asked me if that's the one, then you will certainly have seen that there's 1,000 damage in that effect, and I don't have to tell you two things to make you realize that, right? I suppose I still expect too much of people, or like, it's just generally that people still don't properly read card effects. I'm glad I do. Saved me in a lot of losing situations. Did you? Not something I'd expect these days, but okay. Black ship gone. Come on, knight. Warrior deck it is. A little old one probably too, because it doesn't have extra deck, so this will probably be a pre-Zale deck. So, I just noticed 51 cards. Let's just see where it goes. We have our three different types. We have a spellcaster, we have a plant, we have a warrior. There's a lot of different types in this deck, which makes part of the economy a card that can definitely be useful. Ooh, star drawing, yes. I can solo in Jammer into star drawing and do some serious stuff. I can go Leo Arms, but unless I have Utopia, it's not that great. I can actually just go Crimson Armor Ninja as sort of a floater until I get better stuff. Unless he has Dimensional Prison, he should be good. And I don't feel I need Reckless Greed right now. So, solo in Jammer. Normal some star drawing. Hey, my buddy Nakruda's here. Hey, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. Alright, star drawing can be treated as a level 5 for Xyz, so let's go to that. Arawario. Nambaza Juni! Kiko Ninja. Crimson Shadow! Star drawing effect. Well, technically it's now Armor Ninja's effect. That is, by the way, something I've realized recently. If you use a card like Star Drawing or Express Strength Trolley Ollie, use it as Xyz material for Gem Knight Pearl, a non-effect monster. but like Trolley Ollie or Star Drawing will give them an effect that activates upon like doing stuff. Traptrix Trample Nightmare can work on them because it's their effect that activates. I'm pretty sure also Fiendish Chain because they now have an effect and therefore are now an effect monster. Pretty sure that's it. Although it might also just be Traptrix Trample Nightmare, I don't remember well, but I'll go look it up. If it's not in an annotation or in the description, let me know and I'll look it up for you immediately. Because this is something I do want to know. That I was surprised about in a way, but also interested in. And I am safe. Mirror Force was face down, so he didn't use Mirror Force on Thrasher earlier. Did use it here, unfortunately that doesn't work. Let's go. That'll be 1200 damage. I suppose I can leave Slasher in defense now. I could also do it next turn. Because Armor Ninja should be okay. Because it can just save itself and then Slasher into drawing. The Slasher, special summon, start drawing normal summon. Exceeds into something, draw. I can just make Shark Fortress an OTK next, well not OTK anymore, but finish it off next turn by just getting Shark Fortress. Exile Force. Cannot be destroyed. Are you seriously doing it? I don't know why he did that. Must have not realized I can use it on his turn too. It's once per turn during either player's turn. That makes it a quick effect. Doro! Shadow Armor Ninja sort of feels like number 101 in my stroke. Even though it doesn't like detach to save itself as a continuous effect, this is like an effect that activates. So it can be negated by like different things than the other two. But it still is a nice thing. Dionia I could use, but I don't really know for what. I can finish it off. I should have just said final turn, but in a way that might sound rude too. Which is why it's, by the way, now banned in Vanguard tournaments to shout final turn. It seriously is in big Vanguard tournaments, you'll get in trouble if you do it. Yep. Let's go. Slash defense. Start down. Overlay. Shark Fortress. Start drawing. Let's me draw. Pretty sure in this dragon deck I don't have Gaia Dragon like in Concealers, correct? Shark Fortress direct attack. Yeah, if we go back to the Gemini Pro and like Trolley and Star Drawing thing, Traptrix Trample Nightmare just states a special summon monster that activates its effect. And Gemini Pro is a special summon monster and it activates its effect. Star Drawing and Trolley both state that that monster gets that effect. And with that, we have game, and I will see you in a few seconds in the deck profile. Until then. Let's get going. Deck profile. Here is my Zale Up in Utopia deck, and I'm immediately going to make some changes while doing the deck profile, which I don't often do. I will this time. I'll get to that when I get to it. 3 Goblinberg helps you get out rank 3 Xyzes. It's searchable via reinforcements of the army. Nice thing. Star Drawing can be treated as level 4 or 5, and with Goblinberg or Kakachikaka together, it's an instant rank 4 with a draw. Same with Thrasher. Together with Solar Windjammer, it's an immediate rank 5 with a draw. Very nice card to have. Kakachikaka to help get rank 4s going. I decided to go with a Traptrix engine. There's only 2 trapples really, because I don't have a lot of space for traps. And 2 I need to get Mamilio out to get some stuff done. It's working well. So far, I'm liking it. It's definitely a preference, and in my previous Hail weapon deck, I did not have the Traptrix engine. I feel pretty good about it, so I'm going with it for now. Summoner Monk, I have 9 trap spells to go with, so quite often I'll have Summoner Monk and then one of the spells to discard to summon something. And even if I don't, chances are I'll have Kakachikage or Goblinberg or reinforcements of the army to search into Goblinberg, so I can still Xyz with Summoner Monk. Sorry, I've had the feeling I had to sneeze for the last 30 seconds, and it's almost there, but it's still not there, which is really annoying. 2 Rank of Magic Limited Barian's Force. Why not Numeron Force? Why not Barian's Force? And why only 2? Well, the main reason I have it is because, well, easy thing, I always go from 4 to 5. Now, it is true that the main effects for Victory and for V, cards you'll be using a lot, do require Utopia. But that's why we have 3 Utopia. And for Victory, the other effects can still be very useful. But being able to just go into Fortress from a rank 4 can be very nice. Ninja, if you just want some extra defense and protection. Even Leo Arms will work, but I find Centaur Dark one of the greatest ones to go in there, because it does require 3 level 5 monsters. Like, technically V and Victory do as well, but like, you always summon these with rank up. I've never seen them summon any other way. Centaur Dark is meant to be summoned with rank up as well, and due to limited Barian's Force, it is possible. And now, assuming you don't have Honor Arc, because before that I didn't even have it in this deck, I'm still confused as to why. But, like, the only thing you need Centaur Arc for in the graveyard is its special summon back effect to gain life. But its first effect is already great. Once per turn, you can target a special summon monster your opponent controls, attach it to this card's face with Xyz material. Loads deck special summon. If you can just get 1 rank 4 out. So, like, let's say you can get Castell, use Castell's effect to shuffle a monster away, rank it up into Centaur Dark, take the other monster. Let's say they have 2 special summon monsters. Clears the field. 3 cards. Very nice, and you have a very nice attacker. Darkhold Raigeki to destroy things. It is a little dangerous now with Shadol's Burning Abyss out there. Even Clifford too, because Clifford just returned to the extra deck to Pendulum summon the turn after again. Shadol's Burning Abyss have a lot of effects that activate when destroyed, so it is sort of dangerous. I just really like the cards, and I really only play top meta competitively if I'm playing like in DNYCS. A lot of other times I don't, like in rated or in unrated. So, well, mostly in unrated. In rated I do actually play top meta. But that's why also my Constellar deck for a long time didn't have a lot of anti-meta sided in. Well, no, main deck, like Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, Soul Drain, that kind of stuff. But I just really like the destruction of that Darkhold Raigeki Ring, that's why I have it in there. Soul Charge, it can cost you major life points if you want to set up a play, but if you have the monsters in your graveyard, having a Soul Charge there can make for a really big play, can allow for Utopia to come out with Defense, Lightning Blade, Tornado Bringer, one or both. Maybe Crimson Ninja, maybe Sky Blaster or Diamond Direwolf for the destruction or shuffling away, something that you want or need to get rid of. Dichotomy, there's a load of different types. Look, Warrior, there's Spellcaster, there's Reptile, there's Insect, there is Machine, we have Dragon, and we have Beast. And then the extra deck we have Plant as well, and Fiend, some others. loads of different types. So Pot of Dichotomy is definitely a card that can be very useful. By the way, Dichotomy is also the reason why I'm using Solo Windjammer over Primitive Butterfly. The thing is, Solo Windjammer, you use it for the special summon effect. In which case it'll have 1200 defense, because you're not going to leave it in attack. If for whatever reason it is possible, let's say you special summon Solo Windjammer, then normal summon Star Drawing, they can bottom Strapple Star Drawing, you'll be left with Solo Windjammer. So in case of things like that happening, you'll special summon it in defense mode. So Windjammer will be at 1200, Primitive Butterfly 9. So in that sense, lower, but 12 to 900, usually monsters that are attacking you will have higher attack. Anyway, the reason I would use Primitive Butterfly over Solo Windjammer is because Solo Windjammer's level increasing effect is mandatory. It happens during each of your standby phase and is mandatory +1. So if it does stay on the field for one turn, it becomes a level 6, and it's pretty much useless because there's pretty much nothing you can do with a level 6 Solo Windjammer except tribute it for the tribute summon of maybe a Photon Slasher. That's it. And Primitive Butterfly also has level increasing effect, also increased level by 1, but that's optional. You can choose when to activate it. It's an ignition effect. You can choose when to do it. So you can just keep it level 5 for whenever you want. So for that reason, I would use Primitive Butterfly over Solo Windjammer. However, having problems with that level 6, like the increasing to level 6 thing, it barely ever happens. It's not happened during testing of this deck. In my previous Ale Weapon Utopia deck, I had pretty sure 2 or 3 Solo Windjammers, and it still happened very few times in that deck. So I decided to go with Solo Windjammer just for the fact that Pot of Dichotomy is there. I have one Pot of Dichotomy, but Solo Windjammer is Machine, and no other monster in the main deck is Machine. Primitive Butterfly is Insect, and Myrmilio is Insect. Now, Dianea is Plant, but Myrmilio is Insect. There's already 3 Insect monsters in the main deck. This is the only Machine, so that's why I did go with Solo Windjammer. 3 Reckless Greed to speed it up. This is a card I'm still sort of doubting whether to replace with something else or not. Getting the cards you need can be very useful, but so far it's not been that great, actually. So, I'm thinking about replacing all of them. You guys gave me suggestions as to what to replace it with, because I do want to maybe keep the draw power or search power. You let me know what you think will be good. Compulsive good of things. Bottomless to destroy things. Trample Nightmare as well. Less useful than Trample. It would have been great if Bottomless was just a 2, but I feel that with Myrmilio, it is good to still have a second one. I could use, was it Time Space? Time Space Trample? A card to consider instead of this one. But we also have here Rhapsody and Berserk, Cowboy, Damodar of Castell, Blackship, 3 Utopia, because Zale Weapon Utopia. I have a Shark Drake, Armor Ninja, Shark Fortress, Leo Arms definitely helps as a search, V and Victory, and then Silent Honor Dark I've just explained. Now, the thing is, I really like to play it with Silent Honor Arc and Maestroke. So, I'm gonna look at this. Shark Drake, it's been useful. I just really like the card and the effect. It's just barely ever useful, especially for level 4s. So I'm just going to throw in the Silent Honor Arc because I feel a little bit more useful. And the thing is, I don't have a card like Abyss Dweller in this deck. Like, Abyss Dweller generally will be very useful against the meta, especially against Shadol and Burning Abyss. But for this deck, you really just want to push. Either you want to defend until you get Utopia, which is what you'll have 101 and number 12 for, and otherwise you just want to push, get your Utopia out with the Zale weapons, which what most of the others are for, or you just want to clear the field with things like Castell, Diamond Dire. Abyss is sort of an anti-meta thing, which I barely ever go into in my other decks that have it anyway. Unless maybe a Mermail deck, but I barely ever play that. But, yeah, Rhapsody is sort of the same thing. So I'm debating whether to take Rhapsody out just for a Maestro, just to play defensively. At the moment I won't. When I test it some more, I'll get to that. But yeah, I could also just take out a Utopia, because it's very few times only that you'll summon 3 Utopias. And due to the fact that you have 2 limited Barian forces, you're probably not going to use more than 2 anyway. So I'm actually going to make the switch now. Let me know if you think it's a good one. because like you can still go Santon or Ark into one of the others, and very likely you'll be okay with 2 Utopias. Only like when they stop one solemn warning, you want the other two because you have 2 limited Barian's forces out. Duns are very low. You'll need the third. That is my deck. That is Zale Weapon Utopia. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comments below. And I'm gonna go celebrate my birthday because since I'm uploading this on the 31st, it will be my birthday. Let's hope I get lots of cool stuff. The Yu-Gi-Oh package is on its way. Should be here for you today. So hopefully it'll be there already when this video goes live. That should be one hell of an exciting video for me and for you. See you then.